following pie graph shows the way a group of students come to school. Use the information to answer the following questions. How do you get to school? So we've got this pie chart. It tells us what each category represents. It also gives us percentages. There's different ways of labeling a pie chart, so this is one of them. UTA stands for Utah Transportation Association or something like that. And so this would also be a bus, especially if we considered it being maybe our school, because there's no tracks or front runner stations close by, right? So I would suggest that that would also be a bus, and you'll see why that's important when we get to the questions. So we've got school bus, UTA bus, we've got students that are walking, students that drive a car, students that ride a bike, and you can see at a glance the bigger slices have the larger percentage of students using that means of transportation. Okay, let's go ahead and answer the questions from the chart. So I'm just going to expand this a little bit. We can't see the questions quite so easily, but we want to be able to see them and the graph at the same time. So question 1 says, what is the most popular method of getting to school? We just want to say what it is. We don't need the number, just the type of transportation. What is it? Riding in a car or driving a car, right? 30%. All right, what percentage of students do not ride a bus to school? So notice how we have 25% that are riding a school bus and 10% that are riding a UTA bus. I'm going to go ahead and add those together. So 25 and 10 is 35 that do ride a bus to school. What is the question asking? Do not ride a bus to school, right? And all of the percentages add up to 100%. So to find something that is not something else, we would subtract. So we're going to go 100% subtract 35%, and we get 65% of students that do not ride a bus to school. Okay, last question. If there are 2,500 students in the school, how many of them walk? So walking is 20% according to this slice right here, right? I'm going to expand my page so we can see this question a little better. So if there are 2,500 students in the school, how many of them walk? So to do that, we have to do 20% of 2,500. And if you remember what that means we multiply. So in your calculator, you can do 20 and then hit the percent button. Or if you'd rather, you can just type in 0.20, because what happens when you hit the percent button? What happens to your 20 when you hit percent? It changes it to 0.2, right? So that percent button in your calculator does this step, which you could do without the percent button. It's totally up to you. And you're going to take that and multiply the number given. So there's 2,500 students in the school. So you do 2.2, however you get that number, times 2,500. What's the answer? 500. Yeah, so about 500 students walk. You don't have to label it out, but I always like to kind of explain what my answer means, right? I'm going the extra mile here with my explanation. Okay, so we answered questions based on the graph.